Hey everybody, it's Kristen with Catalyst Consulting. Just wanted to stop by and talk a little bit about how to come up with a description of your business. Originally, I was going to talk about your ideal client, but in order to really outline that, you kind of have to have a good, clear, and concise understanding of what your business actually is. Oftentimes, it's one of the harder things to do when you start a business is to kind of like concisely describe what you actually do. This isn't necessarily talking about an elevator pitch. This is just more helping you outline what your business actually is so that you can kind of figure out who your ideal client is. It helps if you kind of brainstorm this by writing it out. Some people brainstorm, in their brains, but I always feel like writing stuff out makes it psychologically slightly different. But if you want to do it in your head, do it in your head. So the first few things are going to be kind of outlining what it is that you do. Who do you serve? Like, who is your customer or your client? What product or service do you provide? And what problem are you solving for your customers or clients? And problem doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. Like, it can be that you offer home decor. Like, it's not like not having something on your wall is like a problem, but that's the solution that you're offering, is something to hang on your customers' walls. Because if you don't have a good idea or understanding of why your clients would come to you, then that kind of gets in the way of you deciding who your ideal customer is. So you have to be able to speak to that piece first. The next piece is kind of talking about what differentiates you from your competitors. And that's not necessarily to say that your way is the only way or your stuff is actually literally the best stuff. It just means, why would someone want you to provide a service or a product for them as opposed to someone else? Is it your customer service? Is it your superior product quality? Is it your particular ability to do X, Y, or Z? Is it your superpower? What's the thing that really sets you apart from other people that people can begin to associate that with you as a person and as a brand? And the last piece is breaking down what are your actual goals. So what's your long-term vision for your company or your business, and how would your clients or your customers fit into that? So if you're starting a brick and mortar boutique, what does that look like down the road in 5 or 10 years? Are you going to have a boutique for 5 or 10 years? Are you going to retire with it? Are you eventually hoping to maybe grow it? Are you going to franchise it? Where do you want to see it get to? And then that will help you formulate a better strategy. Having a good understanding of what your business is, what service you provide, who your clients are, and then what your long-term vision for growth or success is going to help you put together the most ideal strategy for anything that you're going to do. So you would check back in, let's say if you're doing a new marketing strategy, and just say, hey, does this help me get to where I want to go? Is it something that really addresses a need with my client base? And is it going to get me to my goal of having 6 franchise locations or whatever it might be? So it gives you a foundation to check back in with. And then as the company and business grows and evolves, you can definitely come back and adjust things based on how your vision may be changing. Sometimes things don't always work out the way we think they're going to. Sometimes they end up even better. So it's definitely adjustable, and you don't have to stick with it forever, but it gives you something to go back and check in and make sure that you're still following the vision that you originally had for your client and your business. So one of the next series is probably going to be more about breaking down your ideal client, but I kind of wanted to go over having that foundational business description first, and being able to talk about what it is that your company provides for your clients before we work on who your ideal client is. As always, if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm always happy to help. Thanks.